Okay, this is the minor allies' turn. This is Canada, ANZAC, and France. Canada has 12 IPCs. They'll be saving those 12 IPCs and not spending them this turn. The ANZAC have 14 IPCs. They're going to spend 7 on a transport and 3 on an infantry, and then 4 on an artillery. There are only 2 attacks to be made this turn. The Canadians will not be attacking anybody, but the French up here will be taking the fighter from England and going 1, 2, 3, 4, auto-killing that transport, and then landing in Algeria with the other fighters. The Aussies will be doing a walk-in using the infantry from Shan State into Siam. So we don't have anything to roll, but I will show you the details of the naval battle. And once that's done, we'll do non-combat. Okay, battle for Sea Zone 92. This is an auto kill. The Italian transport ship Victoria is going to be sunk by the French fighter. Okay, for non-combat, the Canadians only have 1 move. They're going to take 1 of their 2 infantry in Egypt, and they're going to move to Transjordan. That's the only move the Canadians have. The French, however, do have a few moves to do. First off, they're going to move this destroyer from Sea Zone 81 to join the rest of the British fleet in Sea Zone 98. They're going to move their infantry from Transjordan into Egypt, so basically Canada and France are swapping sides. The plane that was involved in the attack on Sea Zone 92 will land in Algeria with the rest of the Royal Air Force. And then the infantry in French Central Africa will move to French Equatorial Africa. The Aussies, meanwhile, will be doing the following. This is non-combat, so they can do all of this. The infantry in New South Wales is going to load onto this transport in Sea Zone 62, and it's going to go to Sea Zone 45 and claim Dutch New Guinea from the Dutch, presumably for some of the bonuses. The 2 infantry in Java are going to load onto this transport and go to the Celebes and claim that for the Aussies. Now, the Celebes is also going to be rather busy with some Air Force movement. The 2 New Zealand fighters from Queensland are going to move to the Celebes, and the fighter from Shan State is also going to move to the Celebes. In addition, the destroyer from Sea Zone 54 will, I just want to double check, make sure I've got this one in the right place. I think he's going to the Celebes as well. Let me just have a quick look. Sorry. 44, yes. So he's also going to the Celebes, to the Sea Zone outside the Celebes right there. And I believe that is all the movement. Okay. So that's it. Okay, placement of new units. The Canadians have nothing to place. The French have nothing to place. The Aussies are going to place their new transport in Sea Zone 62, their new infantry in New South Wales, and their new artillery in New South Wales. There are some income adjustments as well. They do claim Dutch New Guinea, and they do claim the Celebes. So that's 3 IPCs up for the Aussies. So they're going to go to 17 base income, but they're going to get some bonuses as well. So the Canadians did not spend 12 IPCs, so they're going to collect that. They also have 7 IPCs, but they are convoyed by a German submarine, so I have to roll a convoy. And they missed. So we are playing non-BBR rules, so no convoy money. So the Canadians keep their full 12 and 7, so that's 19 IPCs that the Canadians are going to bank this turn. And then the Aussies collect 17 base income. They're going to get 5 for controlling all of their original territories, plus the Brits are still in control of Malaya. And they're going to get 5 for controlling Dutch New Guinea, New Britain, and Solomons. So they're going to get 15, 17, 27 IPCs to spend for their next turn. And let's do our disposition of forces. Let's start with, the Canadians. It's a boring video, I'm not moving the camera. Okay, Canadians. Up in Quebec, they have 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 tank. In the United Kingdom, in the capital, they have 2 infantry. And then down here in Transjordan, there's an infantry, and in Egypt, there's an infantry, and that is all the Canadian units on the board. Okay, while we're over here, we'll do the French units. Once again, up in the UK, there are 2 French infantry. Down in Algeria, there are 2 French infantry along with a French fighter, and there are 3 English fighters down there as well. In C-Zone 98 with the rest of the British Navy in the Med, there is a French destroyer. In Egypt, there is a French infantry, and in French Equatorial Africa, there is a French infantry. That is the extent of the French forces around the board. The Aussies, oh, I'm sorry, you know what? Actually, sorry, my bad, we have to make an adjustment. The Aussies get an extra $1 for Siam. So I will just put an extra $1 in their coffers. They're going to collect 18 rather than 17. Plus their 2 bonuses, so that's 28 IPCs they're going to have for next turn. Sorry about that. So yes, they have an infantry in Siam. And then over here in the Celebes, they have 2 infantry and 3 fighters. They have in C-Zone 44 a destroyer and a transport. In C-Zone 45 a transport, and on Dutch New Guinea there's an infantry. Over here in C-Zone 54 there's a cruiser. In C-Zone 62 there is a transport. In New South Wales there's an infantry, an artillery, and an anti-aircraft. In Queensland there are 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 anti-aircraft. And then in New Zealand there is a single infantry. So that's it. Okay, big turn coming up. Germany's next. Let's see what they do. Following up, so the Aussies went up 1 from 17 to 18 with the Siam, and then Japan goes down 29 to 28 with the Siam capture.